They will have one lap to go until we get things underway here, as the 7 of Mark Claire will lead them down. Ricky Derrick, Mark Fry, Chris Spangler, Robbie Parker, the top 5. Carl Livingston, Brandon Henson, Chris Hott, Andrew Condry, Brett Atkins, Bubba Carr. Also Robbie Salas Jr., J.R. Smith, Brian Waters, and also Jimmy Atkins, the 00, Randy Adams, and Randy Akers all in this race. 17 different cars ready to go for the Pepsi Grand Stocks. They're going to get them lined up side by side. Dave Terrell, our pace truck driver, will take it down into the pits. The Toyota Tundra, Langley Speedway pace truck. Jimmy Walker, our flagman, waves the green flag, and we are underway at Langley Speedway. The Pepsi Grand Stocks fighting and banging already as they make their way out of turn number 2. Mark Claire leads them down. Ricky Derrick is right there on the back bumper. A little bit of contact between the 29 and 19, Mark Fry and Robbie Parker. And the caution flag is out. We got a spin by the 5, Bubba Carr, down at the bottom of turn number 2 to bring out the caution flag for the first time. And that is Bubba Carr. Bubba Carr now drops back to the rear, and we should be ready to go the next time they come by. First of 2 20-lap races for the Pepsi Grand Stocks, to be followed by the Easy Auto U cars, Crossroads Fuel Late Model Stock cars for $50, Larry King Law Super Trucks for $25, KeysVacation.com Modifieds for $50, and the Heritage Motor Company Super Streets for $40. Pepsi Grand Stocks, the final race of the nighttime. And that's what you're looking at. They run 2 races tonight, so they got to keep their cars together. Mark Claire and Ricky Derrick will lead the field back to the green, and here we go. Again, Mark Claire gets a good bite at the exit of turn 2, and it's a side-by-side battle between the 8 of Ricky Derrick and the 29 of Mark Fry on the bottom of the racetrack. Chris Spangler, the 30 car, in the 77. Carl Livingston on the outside making the move. Battle back there for the 5th position, and for the minute, Carl Livingston has it. Chris Spangler goes back to the 6th position in car 30. Brandon Henson hasn't been here in a while. He's running pretty good tonight, and it looks like we've got one car that's going up in smoke. Also the 00, Jimmy Atkins, comes down pit road. The 02, Randy Adams, has gotten the black flag, and he'll have to come into the pits. It can make it very treacherous if he is laying some oil on the racetrack, but looks like something is definitely let go from underneath the hood of the 02 of Randy Adams. Mark Claire now with about a 4 car length advantage over Ricky Derrick in the 8, who's back there in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot, Mark Fry in the 29, the 19, Robbie Parker, Carl Livingston in the 77 in 5th. But here goes Robbie, the QSNL machine, dives on the inside of the 29, they make contact, and Robbie Parker spins around. Caution flag is out on lap 5. 2nd caution flag, it comes out for the 19. Robbie Parker got into the side of the 29 of Mark Fry, but did more damage to his own car. He spins it around. As far as the points go so far this year, Ricky Derrick with 3 wins. He's got the lead. Mark Claire with 3 wins in 2nd. It's 336 to 316. Rodney Boyd with 314 with a win. He's 3rd. Then Carl Livingston, Chris Spangler, the 30 car, running for the Rookie of the Year. 40 of Andrew Condry, Brett Atkins in the 0, and Brian Waters in the 2 in the top 10. J.R. Smith, Robbie Salas, Bubba Carr, Robbie Parker, Let's see if anybody uses the cone. The 81 is going to try it. Brandon Henson back there in the 6th position will be on the outside of the leader of the race, Mark Claire, when we go back to green the next time they come by. Andrew Condrey also is going to give it a shot in the 40 machine. See what he's got. Pace truck is in. They line up side by side. The green flag is out. We're back underway on lap number 5. It's going to be 6. Somebody does not get up to speed. The 71 of J.R. Smith. He falls back to the rear of the field. Meanwhile, the 7 takes off. Mark Claire, Ricky Derrick. Brandon Henson used the cone. He's up there in the 3rd position, just ahead of the 29 of Mark Fry, followed by the 77 of Carl Livingston and Andrew Condrey in the 40. Andrew in 6th position, just ahead of the 30 of Chris Spangler. Seven laps completed here at Langley Speedway for the Pepsi Grand Stocks. Mark Claire leads, Ricky Derrick, Brandon Henson, Mark Fry, Carl Livingston. It's Andrew Condrey, Chris Spangler, Chris Hott, Robbie Parker, Brett Atkins all in the top 10. Side by side down the front straightaway here. Mark Fry gets underneath the 81 of Brandon Henson. Trying to take away that 4th position now is the 77 of Carl Livingston. Mark Fry up to 3rd. Carl Livingston now is 4th. Brandon Henson drops back to the 5th position. This is only a 20-lap race, and we'll have the halfway sign going up in the windshield of Mark Claire this next time he comes by, and here it is. Chris Spangler dives underneath the 40 of Andrew Condrey. They get close together between 3 and 4. Now Robbie Parker has worked his way back up through the field. The QSNL machine to the inside of Andrew Condrey. Also, Chris Hott, the 01, tries to follow the 19 through. Robbie Parker, one of the fastest cars on the racetrack according to lap times, as he continues to fight his way back up to a good finish in this first 20-lap race. And here is Mark Claire on lap number 12. He's got 8 laps to go. Mark Claire, Ricky Derrick, Mark Fry, Carl Livingston, Brandon Henson, the top 5. Mark Fry gets a little loose between 3 and 4 as the 77 slams into him a little bit. The 77, Carl Livingston. Carl Livingston, Peninsula Vending Services, G. Nichols and Bruce Livingston Custom Builders. All over the back end of that 29 of Mark Fry. Mark Fry of Hampton, Virginia, trying to maintain just ahead in the 3rd spot. Leader of the race, Mark Claire of Newport News, Hampton Roads Maintenance and Repair, Betts Lawn Care and Automotive, and Marty Strickland Racing Engines. This great battle rages on between Carl Livingston and Mark Fry. Ricky Derrick right there, the 8 machine from Hampton, Virginia. 2 championships recently in 2009 and 2010 in the 2nd spot. Carl Livingston still trying to chase down the 29 with 4 laps to go in this race. That's a battle for the 3rd spot. Again, Mark Fry gets loose at the exit of turn 2, but so did the 77 of Carl Livingston. They make their way out of turn number 4. Still a great battle between these two. Carl Livingston 4th in the points for 2011. Ricky Derrick with 3 wins, Mark Claire with 3, Rodney Boyd with 1. And it looks like Mark Claire is going to add another one to his win column. He's trying to get win number 4 for 2011. Carl Livingston got to the inside of Mark, but he's slowing up on the back straightaway. And a spin right here, the 19 and the 81 spin. 30, Chris Spangler goes up into the wall, but he gets by. He did tag the wall a little bit. Caution flag is out. We'll have a 2-lap shootout shaping up. And as the 77 of Carl Livingston got by the 29, he had something go wrong with his automobile. Looks like a flat tire. Right rear tire has gone down flat as he made the pass on the 29 of Mark Fry. Then he started dropping like a rock, and then we had a big wreck. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, and Sierra Mist. Bottled water, draft beer, 12-ounce cup, only $2. Bud Light draft. And also we've got the Bud Light Lime, 12 ounces. Bud and Bud Light, 16 ounces and 24 ounces. And Michelob Ultra at Big Belly's Barbecue and Catering here at Langley Speedway. 2 laps to go for our Pepsi Grand Stocks, and the light is out on the pace truck. And everybody will line up, make that nose to tail. And we'll get back underway here as Mark Claire looks for another victory, looking for win number 4 for 2011, just ahead of Ricky Derrick. Those two battling it out for the points as well. Mark Fry, 01 of Chris Hott, the 40 of Andrew Condry in the top 5. And here we go. Mark Claire gets a good start. Robbie Parker out of the race. Something let go on the engine on the 19. He's also been involved in 2 wrecks tonight. So a tough night for the 19 of Robbie Parker. Meanwhile, we've got 2 laps to go. Make it 1 as Mark Claire makes his way to the white flag. Andrew Condry sideways down the front straightaway. Can he hang on to it? He's on the inside of Brandon Henson in the 81. Final lap and the victory lap for the 7. Here it comes, because Mark Claire's going to win ahead of Ricky Derrick, Mark Fry. Then a side-by-side battle a little bit further back. Brandon Henson holds off the 40 of Andrew Condry for a 5th place finish. And Chris Hott, 01, finishes 4th. Mark Claire wins over Ricky Derrick, Mark Fry, Chris Hott, Brandon Henson, the top 5, followed by Andrew Condry, Brent Atkins, Carl Livingston, Chris Spangler, Brian Waters in the top 10. J.R. Smith, Robbie Salas, Bubba Carr, Robbie Parker, Randy Adams, Randy Akers, and Jimmy Atkins, the way they'll finish it up. Just taking down trackside. Chuck Hall standing by.
In the 7 car, we'll bring it back to victory lane, and boy, they are in a battle, Mike. 20 points separated. He'll pick up 2 and on Ricky Derrick and put him in the 4-win column here at Langley Speedway. Be advised, he is doing the Alan Kowicki victory lap here. But we'll get back to Mark here in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome the United States Submarine Service Motorcycle Club from the Tidewater area, historically known as the Silent Service. This group of men now makes a little noise when they travel, the motorcycle club. And he will slowly make his way to victory lane here. And here he comes, winner of the first of twins tonight here at Langley Speedway. He'll put it up in the win column here tonight. And we still, don't forget, the Pepsi Grand Stock still have another race tonight, 20 laps to conclude the evening here tonight for the Rolls-Royce Naval Marine Waypoint Apartments Retail Alliance night at the races. And he will emerge, and then he's going to act like an 18-year-old. He just, but Megan, stand by. We'll let you present that trophy. Megan, of course, with Waypoint at City Center. She's the assistant manager, and Kettler on board. And ladies and gentlemen, he'll get his cap on. Here he is, Mark Claire. And the Mark Claire group. He's all getting all unbuckled and everything. Mark, I tell you what, twins tonight, and you pick up 2. That's a good thing. You pick up 2 and another win. But what do you do to the car between now and the end of the evening?
I ain't gonna touch a thing. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's very fast all day. The cold weather always, when we had shade earlier in the year and I've qualified real good, and I thought it would qualify good today. And I really needed to put it on the pole. I think, on a 20, my car don't usually come in until 10 or 15 laps, so I tightened it up a little bit, and got it on the pole, and I figured I was hoping I could stay out there 20 laps, and I'm hoping I can stay out there the next 20.
All right, so you got a great car here. You pick up another win. You're not going to touch the car, and 20 laps still to go tonight. 2 points. I mean, but that's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, you got to have a lot of cars, you know, and I just had, you know, little stupid things go bad. Fuel pump broke when I was leading with 2 laps to go, and you know, I don't know, maybe it ain't meant for me to have a championship. I don't know, but I'm trying, and I just got to thank all my sponsors. I got to thank Marty Strickland for putting the motor up in this thing. I'm going to tell you what, she carried the mail, man. I mean, she had power. I was, you know, I could getting soft on it. You know, I didn't want to run the tires off of it. I want to save it for the last 20. And I got to thank Betts Lawn Care, Betts Automotive, Hampton Roads Maintenance. There's a lot of people that helped me with this car. My son, Mark, Marty Strickland, Gordon Weeks, and Gary. They're always there for me if I need them. And Linwood Owens, you know, he comes and helps us. And, you know, you just can't do it by yourself. It takes all them people to get here.
Well, you got probably one of the biggest crews here. Ladies and gentlemen, he drives the 7 car. Mark Claire, Megan, step right up there. Meet Mark Claire. We'll get a winning photo there. And, man, what a great night of racing here. We still have a lot more to go, man. I tell you now.
They're going to double them up next time by. They'll let them go as we get set to go here at Langley Speedway for 20 laps of competition, our final race of the nighttime. We certainly thank you for coming out to Langley Speedway and being a part of the action for the weekend and hanging out with us. We know it's been a lot of races and a long night. But thank you very much, and we'll see you next Saturday night, of course, after this race. October the 8th, the Legends Fall Classic. That's next Saturday here at Langley with $2,000 to win for the Legends. Young Lions will run a 25-lap event with a total purse of over $1,900 next weekend. The Legends Classic will pay $200 to the top finishing in the Masters, the Pro, and the Semi-Pro divisions. I have a lot of other racing divisions, too, for you next Saturday, October the 8th. They line up side by side. Pace truck is in. The green flag about to fly. Mark Claire, Ricky Derrick, Mark Fry, Chris Hott, Brandon Henson in the top 5. Still side by side between turns 1 and 2. The 8 car slips. Ricky Derrick. Mark Fry takes advantage. He takes over the 2nd position. 77 in a good speed going on the outside. Carl Livingston. 3 wide between turns 1 and 2, a little bit further back. Ricky Derrick trying to gain that position back that he lost to the 29 of Mark Fry. Andrew Condrey in the 40 car being challenged by the 19 of Robbie Parker, who makes the pass down low. Meanwhile, back up front, Ricky Derrick doing all he can to get into the inside of the 29 to make the pass. Brandon Henson back there in the 4th position, followed by the 77 of Carl Livingston. 0-2 already in jeopardy of going a lap down, Randy Adams. And the caution flag is out for a spin by the 71 on the back straightaway. J.R. Smith brings out the caution flag as the 2 comes down pit road. Michael Waters in the 2A, that is the 2. And the back wheels are spinning. Straighten out the wheels and they'll get him pulled off the racetrack, but it's very, very muddy over there. And the infield and the mud. So the only 2 takers on the cone are the 77 of Carl Livingston, the Peninsula Vending Machine, and the 5 Advanced Auto Parts machine of Bubba Carr in the 5. 3 laps into the race, a 20-lap race, and the Pepsi Grand Stock's about to come back to life. Big thanks to our sponsors tonight, Rolls-Royce, Naval Marine, Waypoint Apartments, Retail Alliance night here at the races at Langley. And in a half a lap, they'll get that green flag again. Pace truck is in. They line up side by side. The 2 cars on the outside choose to use the cone. Let's see what Carl Livingston and Bubba Carr can do as they get the green flag. Carl Livingston hanging tough on the outside of Mark Fry as they make their way down the back straightaway. Mark Fry slips. Ricky Derrick trying to take advantage of it. He had to get out of the gas. Carl Livingston in the 2nd spot. Well, it worked well for the number 77 of Carl Livingston in the 2nd position now. Mark Fry having a problem with his car, slipping a little bit. He's being challenged once again by Ricky Derrick. We're 5 laps into the second 20-lap event for the Pepsi Grand Stocks at Langley Speedway. And Ricky Derrick again closes in on the 29 of Mark Fry. Tries to get on the inside at the exit of turn 4. Side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Ricky Derrick down low, Mark Fry on the high side. Brandon Henson watching these guys back there in the 81. He's in 5th. Robbie Parker also, he's in the mix in the 19. Mark Claire with about a 7 to 8 car length advantage over the 77 of Carl Livingston. Biggest battle back here is between the 29, the 81, and the 19. Mark Fry, Brandon Henson, and of course Robbie Parker in the 19. Zero-2 car showing great sportsmanship, giving the faster cars a chance to get by on the outside. That's Randy Adams. This car not up to speed tonight in the 0-2. Chris Spangler gets passed by the 2 who goes down low and makes the move. That's Michael Waters. Robbie Parker again, the 19, trying to get by that 81 for the 5th position. Brandon Henson hanging on to it, though. Brandon Henson has had a great run tonight from Hampton, Virginia, with Gene Nichols and Keith's Body Shop helping him out. Robbie Parker, the QSL machine, trying to get as low as he can. Now follows the back bumper on the 81. 16, David Seed. He's in 12th position. Car's backfiring quite a bit. And smoking it up a little bit too. '29, '81, and 19 battle rages on. That is for the 3rd, 4th, 5th position. The 8, actually, Ricky Derrick trying to make a move now for the 2nd spot as they split the difference on the 71. J.R. Smith, he was down there stuck in the mud a little bit earlier. Ricky Derrick now in the 2nd spot. Carl Livingston back to the 3rd position. Meanwhile, here goes Robbie Parker to the inside of Brandon Henson, and he'll take that position away. That's for 5th. 5 laps to go. Mark Claire looking for another win tonight. Looking for 5 wins in 2011. something has happened to the 77. Carl Livingston was up there in the top position. The 77 all the way back to the rear of the field after something let go on his machine. At one point he was in second. At the time that happened, he was in third spot. So an incredible break of bad luck for the 77 of Carl Livingston. He was having another great run going tonight, took advantage of that cone rule, and was able to hang up there with those guys. Carl Livingston of Seaford with sponsorship this year from Bruce Livingston Custom Builders, Gene Nichols, Peninsula Vending on his Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Of course, with a problem in his engine, he's in the pits. All right, let's see what kind of start the Montclair is going to get over the 8 of Ricky Derrick, the 29 Mark Fry, Robbie Parker, the 19, the 81, and Brandon Henson. And he almost comes to a complete stop, then gets into the gas. A 4-lap shootout to get to lap number 20. Robbie Parker being challenged by the 81 of Brandon Henson. And Brandon Henson a little bit off the pace that time on the back straightaway. Something slipped on the 81. Chris Hott being challenged by the 2 of Michael Waters a little bit further back. 3 laps to go. Montclair looking for win number 5 as the 19 of Robbie Parker makes the pass on Mark Fry in the 29. Robbie Parker up to the 3rd position. 2 laps to go. White flag in the windshield of Mark Clare. Mark Clare of Newport News with Hampton Roads Maintenance and Repair, Betts Lawn Care, Betts Automotive, Marty Strickland Racing Engines. Doing his sponsors proud tonight. He's up in the lead looking for his 2nd win of the nighttime, his 5th of the season at Langley Speedway, as he will get the checkered flag over Ricky Derrick, Robbie Parker, Mark Fry, Brandon Henson, then Chris Hott, Michael Waters, Andrew Condrey, Chris Munger in the 30, or Chris Spangler, I should say, then Brett Atkins, Bubba Carr, J.R. Smith, Randy Adams, Carl Livingston, David Seed, Billy Newman, Randy Akers, the way they'll wrap it up. Mark Clare, once again, our winner of the race tonight at Langley Speedway for the 2nd time. And, you know, he's got to be happy, too. Maintains the points lead. Looks like he will slip by Ricky Derrick. We'll have to wait and see after it's all figured out. But he and Ricky Derrick should be right there very close together for the championship for the Grand Stocks.
He'll now have 5 wins. You do a twin, he gets them both in one night. The 7-car Mark Clare will cut it off and talk to us in Victory Lane. If you're making your way home, we ask that you drive carefully and safe, and picks up a couple more. And I know he knows this has been a long day for these guys too. Pepsi Grand Stocks conclude their twin 20s. He'll pick up win number 5 now. Mark Clare in the number 7 right there. Some Baptist champagne provided by Reverend Potter. You gotta love it. Well, Mark, you're chipping away, buddy. You're chipping away. 5 wins now, 2011. Great momentum there going on, and we've got a few more races to go. But I'll tell you what, this class is a great class, and you guys do a great job putting on the show for the fans here.
Yeah, I think it's a great class, and I hope they don't change anything next year. You know, the economy's kind of bad, and I think they ought to leave them like they are. Maybe move the other cars up to us, and we'll have a bigger class. And you know, some of them super streets are just as fast as us, I think. And but the car didn't give up all night. The car was good. I mean, I really didn't think I was good on a short run, 20s. My car usually comes in after 10 or 15 laps, and I tightened it up a little bit, and it worked for me.
Well, and you're looking there, you got a rear view mirror full of the number 8, and you're trying to put some distance between you and him. And I tell you, that just goes to show how competitive this division is when you and Ricky battle it out every week. I was kind of curious, the 9 car wasn't here tonight.
I don't know. Marty told me that his brother Tommy said he wasn't coming. I didn't believe it. I said, nah, he's got to come. And I don't know why he didn't come. I mean, it still could be anybody's race. All it takes is somebody to break. And the only reason I'm not in the lead is because I broke. So, I mean, everybody can break. So you got to come if you want to get there.
Great job for you. 2 wins tonight. Pick up 4 points on that championship run. And I know you got some sponsors here to thank as well.
Yeah. I want to thank Betts Lawn Care, Betts Automotive, Hampton Roads Maintenance. Without these guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. Marty Strickland, Kevin on my crew, my son Mark. You just can't do it without these guys, and be competitive.
And you got your crew back here, too. You got a big.
It's a little small tonight, but it's all good. It's cold tonight.
Tonight. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mark Clare. He wins 2 tonight here at Langley Speedway. Let's give it up for Mark. Fans, be careful going home. We'll see you next Saturday here at Langley Speedway.